Starting this question out, we want to always start with the prompt. And the prompt is this part right here. It's the real question that they're asking you. Because depending on what they're asking you, that's going to really color how you read. So here, we're looking for the main purpose. That means we want an even more general read than we normally do. So let's go ahead and start looking through. So this text is from a 1943 novel. There's a young girl who's visiting the library. Francie thought all the books in the world were in that library, and she had a plan about reading all the books in the world. She was reading a book a day in alphabetical order and not skipping the dry ones. She remembered that the first author was Abbott. She had been reading a book a day for a long time, and she was still in the bees. Already, she had read about bees and buffaloes, Bermuda, Byzantine architecture. For all her enthusiasm, she had to admit that some of the bees had been hard going, but Francie was a reader. So, due to the real specific nature of what they were giving us here, I didn't really see a lot of opportunities to be general. And that's okay because we, in our reading of all of these different situations, need to be willing to adapt. So, as we're looking through, again, getting the main idea, we have a girl who thought that all the books in the library, all the books in the world were in the library, and she really had a plan about reading all of them. She was doing one book a day. She wasn't skipping any. She remembered the very first author. She was still in the bees, but already she had done so much, and they show all the different things that she was interested in from what she read. She was very enthusiastic, but she had to admit that some of the bees were very hard, but she was not going to give up. So we're seeing a story of someone who's really enthusiastic and who's also persevering, because at the very end, it says that this was a little difficult, but she was a reader. In other words, but she wasn't going to give up. So let's look at the answer choices now. Is it illustrating her enjoyment of an unusual topic? Well, no, she's reading, so that's not unusual. To explain why she prefers reading over other activities, it definitely says why she likes to read, but it doesn't really do a lot about why she prefers that over other activities. C, to portray her determination to meet a goal. Well, that's what I said in my own words. She was really persevering. She was really determined. So that one's not so bad. B was wrong. And D, to describe a book that she greatly admires. It definitely wasn't a single book. It was practically every book in the world, at least to her perception. So the answer choice that sounded good here was C.